Welcome to another MazPlay video. This is MazMojito, and today we're going to be getting into a different type of survival game, but in the air. We're playing Foreverskies. Let's get to it.
Emergency landing procedure completed. At the source of the signal.
All right, so we're jumping right in here. We just landed into a post-apocalyptic type world. It looks like the air is poisoned, and I was sent here through some kind of escape pod. So this is one of those kind of looting games. You go around, you pick up loot, and eventually you craft new gear, new weapons, new tools, new workbenches to make things a lot easier on you. Now, full disclosure, I have played this game before for quite a few hours. Actually really got into it, but took a very long break, and there's been quite a few changes since I've last played. So we're just starting a fresh game here, and we're gonna see how you guys like it. If the content is interesting to you, please let me know by leaving likes, and we're just gonna keep it going and go through the intro story, kind of like a tutorial, and look at the different menus and see what our mission objectives are. Okay, so we got the notes and a couple instructions, but we're making our way towards that little blimp there, which is off to the left. We keep picking up more information. Here's an airship to-do list so that we can get this airship functional. And this is really kind of like the core of the game, not only surviving, but exploring in your new blimp. And of course, taking the time to upgrade your blimp, make it larger, make it wider, make it more powerful, make it more fuel efficient. All these come into play when you're customizing your ride, and that's really the enjoyable part of the game. Not only exploration, but the customization. So we're going to start off with putting this fabricator here, and this is going to be kind of like the 3D printer that makes everything we need, as long as we have the resources and materials to fuel it. So a lot of these buildings have deteriorated walls and glass, but you'll be able to craft a extractor like we're doing now, which could be used to shoot those walls and glass and pull the resources out of that the crumbling old structures, so that you can turn around and use those resources to build new things on the 3D printer. So that is the first objective right now. We're going to line this up as best we can. You can expand this catwalk all the way around and give you more space, but the extractor just basically shoots everything, even floating debris, which you see kind of everywhere. You can aim and shoot anything that's glowing and flashing like that. Is fair game. It doesn't run out of battery, so you just kind of shoot it, suck up the resources, and use those resources to craft new things. So we're going to set it on this platform because there is a wall over there and blocking us from getting into a room and to some materials that we need in there. And we also have some things on the bookshelf that can only be knocked out using the extractor. So as you can see on the left side, it's showing the materials that we're recovering as we shoot things, and those are ingredients for various things you can craft. And this is quite addictive. I could sit here shooting things all day because there's always things floating in the air, but eventually your inventory will fill up until you can build some chests and expand it. Okay, we just got a research station now from this workshop lab that was previously blocked. So we'll go ahead and take this and squeeze it in the ship. Ship's a little tight right now because it's only kind of like 2 squares for the floor, but eventually over time you'll be able to expand this ship significantly. I've seen some clips of people having like 2-3 story ships, or 2 or 3 different levels, but that will come over time. When you're first starting off, you start with a very small ship with the bare minimum items in there, and you just kind of work with what you got. As you unlock and find more resources, you're going to be able to unlock more upgrades for the ship. So patience is a virtue here, but also willingness to explore and find new things.
Printing completed. Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Okay, so out here we have a lure catcher, which basically shoots some kind of hook or catcher down below the ship and picks up different things that are floating in the air that are cookable or edible. You just add a lure in there, drop it, and it catch different things from moths to sometimes even vegetables. But you do have to bring it up, cook it. You can eat it raw, but it does get you sick. So best thing is to go ahead and drop that anchor. It'll start clanking when it caught something. You go ahead and retrieve it, store it for now, cook it up later, and then eat it. You won't have as much negative effects.
Printing completed.
Alright, so we crafted our first engine here. You can have a whole bunch of engines here as much as your airship and can handle mass wise, but to get things started, we're just going to build like one or two, positioning them. I try to get them nice and balanced and centered as best I can. I think if I recall correctly, and here this is just showing us that we caught something. I think you can reposition the ships using eventually you'll get kind of a crafting tool for your ship, an airship design tool. But for now, we're just going to kind of position the engines where it makes sense. So here's that dust moth that I was talking about. I ate one, but as you can see around the edges, I got kind of like a little bit of a poison hit debuff or whatever, but my food level did go up, and the food level is represented by the fork and the knife there, and of course the water level below that. Health levels, the traditional cross sign, and then your stamina level or energy levels at the top. All right, so I think we got pretty much most of the components we need. We just need to refuel this engine by opening it up, putting fuel in there, and then we can take off. Okay, so now that we're on our way, we're going to be headed towards that blinking red light in the distance. As you're going about traveling in the map, most of your objectives are going to be at some kind of blinking light. It's a windy, it's always windy here, but things will be hitting your ship, but nothing too major that you can't repair. So these structures are scattered all around the abandoned Earth, so it's just a matter of finding a good place where you can land or dock so that you can get off your ship and explore what's left of this platform. This is also how you find new technologies for your airship and how you find new or more resources in order to survive in the game.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started. Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
necessary for final infection.
Okay, so we pretty much cleared this platform. Now to get back up on the ship, we just select our extractor, and that will snatch us back up onto the deck. And we can take the time to harvest some more resources. As you can see, that big cloud there, that's those dust moths that you kind of drop your lure down and catch for kind of like if you need food, and even if you can't cook it, at least it's something better than nothing. So we're going to unlock some more recipes there. We just unlocked the airship designer or builder, and with this tool we'll be able to upgrade our ship, add more components, make it wider, make it bigger, make it more powerful, and do the customization, which is the very fun aspect of this game, other than the exploring and discovering new things with our handheld scanner tool. So we'll take a couple minutes here, get some resources, and then we'll push off.
Printing completed.
Okay, so we unlocked enough resources to build a room. So this is a way to expand our airship. Obviously, if it's red, that means that we cannot position that item there at that position. So either something's blocking, or we may have to remove something. In this case, the only thing there is a catwalk. So, and you have to be very careful on these platforms. There are plenty of holes, and you just hit that respawn key, you end up back on your ship. But there are so many holes on these different wreck platforms. You just have to be really careful. So we're gonna go back to trying to expand our airship a little bit. We may have to remove the catwalks temporarily so we can put down these rooms, but that is the next objective right now. Okay, so we got that wall put in, we got that room added, and we're just going to keep expanding over time, getting this ship big so that we can actually make a nice little habitat and workshop. But for now, we're going to press on and move on to our next destination. And again, the objective is to find locations with flashing lights. In this case, we're looking for the ones with double flashing lights. So the areas with the red flashing lights seem to have resources, and each of the lights mean different things. We ran out of gas here, so we're going to go ahead and pop some fuel in there. But as you go through, you get more information. You can look at kind of like the menu in the lore, and it tells you what each of the different colors of the flashing lights mean, what kind of ruin you're gonna expect to find there, what kind of resources you're gonna expect to find. So in this case, we're headed towards the double flashing light, which happens to be blue. So once we get there, we'll do our usual exploration, scan everything that we can that we haven't scanned already, and then just move on to whatever the next objective is for the tutorial. We keep running out of fuel, so we may have to take some time to stop and just capture some more items so that we can print fuel.
Printing completed. Printing completed.
Okay, so our ship is now refueled. We're going to go ahead and press on to the next objective, which is the double blinking blue lights in the distance. But for now, I think we're going to go ahead and put a bookmark in the video as we continue our exploration of the what's left of the Earth. So as always, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. And we will see you in the next video.